Hello, a quick introduction to medieval pottery. When was the medieval period? It stretched from 1000 AD to 1500 AD. What is medieval pottery? Medieval pottery is largely functional coursewares that is produced for domestic use, for the kitchen, cooking pots and jugs for the table. What are the characteristics of medieval pottery? Firstly, the temper. That is what is put in the clay to help the firing. In medieval pottery there are visible bits in the clay all through it. In the early medieval period you get shell in the pottery, and these pieces date from between 1000 AD to 1200 AD, the white bits being the shell. Some more later medieval pottery up to 1500, again full of bits in the clay. Different coloured clay, but still you can see the temper quite clearly. Medieval glazes, predominantly green glazed, which is used on medieval pottery, coloured green by the addition of copper, splash glazed, very rarely covers the whole pot, just parts of the pot, often very mottled green and streaky browns and greens there. Often there's distinctive little dimples surrounded by a little pool of glaze. Again, mottled green glaze there. The form of medieval pottery. Cooking pots, very, very squared off rims, very distinctive. Cooking pots, sooted on the outside, not sooted on the inside, very square rimmed. Handles in the medieval period often stabbed and slashed to stop these thick areas of clay exploding in the kiln. Different ways of slashing handles, very decorative, thumbed and stabbed, formed there. Bases, often thumbed to make them more stable. Finger marks on the outside, often finger impressions or fingernail impressions on the inside. Decoration during the medieval period, not very common at all. In one period from about 1250 to 1310, a lot of pots were highly decorated. And here are some sherds from those. You often get, in other periods as well, roller stamped decoration or stamps in different forms. Some moulded decoration as well, hand moulded. Face jugs, this is part of a face jug, a man with a forked beard at the bottom there. What is not medieval pottery? Similar green glaze, but much finer, no bits in the clay. These are later Tudor and post-medieval pots, even though they do have a very green medieval looking glaze. Thank you.